and welcome to Blades and Banners, a Tales of the Valiant actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. Colin.
Hi.
What happened last time?
Last time, we got to meet Orin's ship captain friend, Roe Farwynd, who was definitely the best version of herself, as we had far too many drinks at a pub. She expressed her somewhat anarchist beliefs to us, and then pawned off an opportunity to do a job that she just thought was politicking and boring. So we went and met with her aunt, Lady Farwynd, who read the stars and decided we were probably okay to go and take on this task for her of helping a logging camp that is under some form of duress / attack. And Orin negotiated for us the payment of she'll really, really like us.
Actually, Lesh Durga. She'll like Lesh Durga.
Even better for us in the immediate moment. Orin went to inform Roe that the job was not all politicking and she should try to sober up enough to come with us. And we learned of Sohaina's deep passion for fancy hats.
Of course.
End of episode.
Okay. So the four of you have headed out of town, and you walk for a while. It's 3 miles, so you walk a while.
Did we stop to get Roe a cup of calf on the way? Like, is she...
Probably, yes.
I kind of hope so. I feel like she's rolling disadvantage for whatever we're doing.
Well, I was also going to ask, too, in the recap, did Orin actually ask her to sober up? Or did he just let her know?
Are you sober enough to do this?
Yeah.
I get my embellishments.
Yes. She said I'm plenty sober.
Yes.
Wink.
Yes. So, Sohaina, you do notice that Roe is very fancily hatted. Roe is wearing a traditional musketeer-like hat with a feather in it.
Very fancy.
Vivian?
Yes, all right. I may have... Listen, I'm not a hat head. I did not know this was going to be a hat sort of occasion.
Okay,
I don't know the rules of the culture.
Time.
I will.
What are you all whispering about over there?
Our
it's
business?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, rude.
You'll see.
What?
Right.
You're going to jump me?
I didn't say
No.
that.
Those sounded awfully threatening.
I'm a gnoll.
Don't bring lineage into this. No. Can't play that card with me, Sohaina.
Can't I?
I'm a tiefling. People think I'm a demon.
Are we having a trauma comparison here? Or are we just going forward?
Am I a demon?
Are you a demon?
No.
I suppose we've never addressed this.
Right.
I'm not a demon. I mean, my first act in this world was killing my own mother, which is not great, but I'm not a demon.
Okay.
You picked the most interesting times to unpack things, mate.
This would have been a dark joke that Orin makes often.
I would imagine.
He doesn't process trauma; he jokes about it. So
Rose still goes.
Yes.
come on.
Sohaina's barely listening because she's sulking about that.
By the way,
Yes.
your aunt's servant, butler, a very funny man, Dermot. Real hoot once you get him talking.
Damn it. Oh, yeah, he's all right.
He tells some funny jokes about... Well, when I say it out of context, he tells funny jokes about a dead dog. That does not sound
That's
great.
exactly the sentence I was hoping you were going to say, because I saw the hole you were walking into from a good ways off there.
You just made a joke about your dead mom, so I guess...
It was more of an observation, I feel. So
There was
that's a statement of
dark humor
fact.
tinge to it.
Sure.
Good
I can
God.
tell, by the way, all of us laughed riotously.
I feel like there was another group somewhere in the past that would belabor jokes to the point of making the people not in their group nearby extremely uncomfortable, and they would keep going. And I feel like we're falling into that pitfall really quickly as a group.
Ro just tips her hat at some awkward passersby. Good day.
It's a demonic observation, Ro. We just move on with it.
So we're going to meet with Dragomir, who's a Goliath that is the contact from the Stoneheart Principality up in the area. That's the next step. And then we get to enact violence on something. Then we get to enact violence.
I can see.
Sometimes when you delay the gratification, it's that much greater. If you just went around harming things willy-nilly, there would be no joy in the violence.
I'm not just looking to stab things.
I know.
I
Excitement
don't
in general.
know that about you, Ro. I don't.
Well, I'm not.
All right, I believe you.
I'm going to do something impactful. We just have to go talk to this one person, and then we get to do some cool stuff. Okay?
We'll see.
No,
For all
we
I know,
will.
For all I know, my aunt tricked you all.
I mean,
Certainly sounds like she did in terms of price.
Mm-hmm.
you
Agree
know,
with you there.
when you're put on the spot like that, it's hard to...
Yeah, that's why she does it.
I know.
It gets people to negotiate against themselves.
I know.
Did she say the thing about how it tells her something about you?
Yes, she did.
And then you got all self-conscious, and you were like, and you started self-analyzing. Well, if I ask for too much, is that like I'm egotistical or something? Oh, you did that right in your head, and then so you negotiated yourself down so that you didn't sound bad.
I, for one, was not nearly expecting this walk to be as long as it's become all of a sudden.
I mean, it is 3 miles. Yes, that is somewhat what... honestly, I was more concerned that if we asked her something ridiculous, she would tell Lesh Durga, which is also a weird impulse to think about.
Yeah, no, she gives that vibe though, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Every time I asked for something as a kid,
She would do that?
yes.
Dreadful. So you didn't get many good presents from her? Or did you eventually learn your lesson and just...
No,
shoot
eventually
for the
I
moon?
learned my lesson and I just asked big all the time.
Yes. Did she then make good on the big?
Sometimes, I don't know. I don't know that I actually solved it, but when it worked,
Good. Good.
maybe she's just arbitrary. I don't know. She's mysterious.
Yes, she does have that air about her.
Oh, look,
The
here's the
stars
camp.
thing is also weird. Oh,
So you are coming up on a camp that looks as though it has moved recently. Like, looks as though it's been recently set up, and it's not like right up on the trees and things. You can see that there are about a dozen Goliaths of various description sitting in the camp. You can see there is a sort of larger tent set up to one side. That just from the way the tent flaps are open, you can see is a medical tent where several people are being treated for various injuries. And as you approach, you're spotted, and a Goliath comes out. He is sleeveless in a fur-lined leather vest.
so cool.
He's bald. And has tattoos all down his arms, and walks over and says, "Hello."
Hello. We were sent by Lady Farwynd to speak to Dragomir.
I am Dragomir.
Hello, Dragomir. I am Orin. These are my associates, Finian, Sahina, and Ro.
Hello, Orin. Hello, Finian.
Right, cheers.
Hello, Sohaina.
Hi.
Hello, Ro.
We were sent to deal with whatever is haranguing you in this part of the island that is preventing your logging operations. So
It's
any
red
insight-
cap.
Oh, it's a red cap. Interesting.
Red caps.
Red caps. That's worse. All right. What can you tell us about the red caps? What have they? I guess
They're small.
yes. How have they gotten the best of you out there?
They're murderous. They stab things.
Yes, that is true. Are they hiding in a particular part of the forest, or are they everywhere?
They come out of forest where we cut logs and stab things.
How many have you seen at any one time?
Many.
More than are standing here now?
Yes.
More than in this camp?
Maybe.
How many people total are in the camp?
There are about a dozen.
Okay. Maybe a dozen. All right.
Are small, running around in tall grass, in bushes, stabbing. It's hard to count.
That's fair. Yes, that's fair. That's totally fair. Just wanted to get as much information as I could, Dragomir. Make sure that we can take care of this problem for you. Anything unique about the wounds when they do stab you? Are they difficult to heal? Do they heal naturally well enough?
No. Just bleed.
Okay. That's good. Orin looks at the Finian and Sina. Any other questions?
Does Mia? Hi, hello. Am I supposed to
Hi.
know what a red cap is? Mia.
You can make an Arcana check to see if you know what a red cap is.
Okay,
Yeah, I guess
so
to be fair, Eric the player just assumed that Orin knew what the heck he was talking about. Apologies.
all right. So then, in response to any question, Sohaina says, "Yeah, what's a red cap?" And now I can Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a D20 plus the whatever I've got there.
Yep.
Okay. 14 total. What are you laughing at?
I rolled my Arcana.
What you probably know is that red caps are fae, but they show up in fairy stories as, kind of mischievous troublemakers, gremlins, that kind of thing.
Okay.
The Finian will have no questions because apparently with a 26, I know about red caps.
Yeah, red caps. The red caps are very real, and they are murderous. Like, they are angry fae who will try to kill you.
So he's taking this very serious as an assignment already.
Orin got a natural 20 on his Arcana check to know what the heck a red cap is. For a total of 21.
Then you have collected a story that in certain areas of the Feywild, or where Thalanis touches Eberron, acts of intense violence and intentional violence, sometimes the blood of the slain person soaks into the ground and a little red mushroom grows. And eventually, it turns into a murderous little person.
Wow. That's horrifying.
How big are they?
They're small. They're about the size of a gnome.
Sorry. Okay, thank you.
I just have to say, just because it popped into my head immediately as soon as you brought red caps into the story, in the Dresden Files, there is a red cap who is like a 4'8" angry man that wears a Boston Red Sox hat everywhere, and I think that's a hysterical way to do an urban fantasy red cap. Just a short, angry Bostonian. So,
Yes.
Fair. Fair.
anyway, Okay, so, and have you noticed any, Dragomir, have you noticed any other peculiar sights or events in the area while you all are logging? Just because redcaps typically are associated with Thelanis, and so there might be more Thelonian, I don't know, influences on this part of the forest.
No, I've not noticed any fey things in forest. Just red caps.
Stabbing you, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Very stabby red caps.
Noted. All right. Well, if that's it, then we will head out and I guess start cutting down a tree to bring them to us. Do you have an axe we could borrow?
He turns, walks over, picks up a quite sizable logging axe, and hands it to you. It's very heavy.
Excellent. All right. Let's go.
I just realized I don't think this group has a strong guy.
Well, Orin's athletics pings off of his charisma as well,
Right.
so he fakes
Yeah.
straight. But no, just from a carrying capacity standpoint, very weak.
That's
And
funny.
despite my size, like I'm still not strong, right? I'm
Right.
not. Yeah. Okay.
As somebody that lifts weights, big mood. I am very big and not strong.
Oh no.
All right. So y'all proceed on out of the camp, out towards the logging site. You see a very well set up logging camp. You can see kind of into the forest that there are some of the trees that have been marked with just a little bit of red flag or cord tied around them. Seems to be fairly meticulously set up so as to cut. You would guess. I mean, I don't know how much time any of you spend thinking about this because Shade's not in the party anymore. But it looks like this is set up by someone intending to cut with an eye towards not destroying the forest. Like, it doesn't look like a big giant industrial logging operation or anyone's trying to clear cut the place.
Good.
But it looks very well set up, very efficient. As you begin to approach.
Do you know which ones we need to cut?
Oh,
Like from a sustainability standpoint. I don't imagine that matters that much, but
do we think we're gonna get all the way through a tree? These are
probably not.
Are we planning on needing to do more than one to draw their ire?
Hopefully not. Just everyone ready yourselves, and I guess I'll take a whack at the tree and hopefully a dozen redcaps spring out and try to murder us.
How well does Orin do at swinging this axe?
That's a fair question. So is your ability with your main weapon, is it particular to a specific weapon, or are you naturally good at all weapons?
I am proficient in martial weapons and can use my charisma.
Okay. It's weird how well he does with this. Like, it doesn't seem like the axe should work that well for him.
He struggles to carry it, but as soon as he moves to use it offensively, smooth as butter.
Nice.
Which is very weird.
Yeah.
And it also freaks Orin out, but it's been happening long enough now that he has learned to mask how much it freaks him out.
Accidentally good.
Indeed. So you start to cut the tree. And at that point, an arrow hits the tree just a little above the axe head. And then there's a whole bunch of rustling in the bushes and the grass around you.
Time to cook
and
again.
we need to roll initiative.
Hey!
Yes.
I'm wasting them all now. Natural 20.
What's that get you?
22.
Finian?
9.
Jeez.
I'm
And
gonna go back
Sohina?
to rolling my physical dice. This table's not gonna like me.
6. Which actually I think is a good thing. And there's nothing that nothing adds to initiative, right?
Dexterity. You add your dexterity to initiative. Modifier.
Okay, so that's +3, so 9 then.
9. Cool. Finian, what's your dexterity modifier?
1.
Okay, so it'll go Orin, and then other things, and then Sohina, then Finian. Orin, you're up first. So you look around, and what you see is about 6 small humanoids suddenly leap out of the bushes. They all seem to be wearing what look like wilted mushroom caps that seem to fall down over their eyes. I've just dropped an image for you in the Discord. All of them are carrying big cleaver-like curved short swords. They have long, dirty-looking fingernails and beards that fall down across their whole torso like a horror movie David the Gnome.
Amazing.
And each of them is carrying has a little backpack on, which peeking out of it, you can see seems to be full of bloody bones.
Oh.
Bloody bones.
And so they all leap out, and one immediately looks at you and says, "I'm gonna carve your face off and wear it as a mask."
Whoa.
Are you going to wink after that? No? Okay. Were you going to say something, Mia?
Oh, I will say it on my turn.
Okay. Orin is going to just continue with the momentum of this giant axe and try to attack the one that said he's going to carve his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just going to try to attack him. So how far away is this guy?
He jumped out right in front of you. He's in range.
Okay. Cool. But I'm going to split your head in twain and then just leave your body on the ground for things to eat because I'm not gross. Okay, that is a natural 18 plus
That's
my
gonna hit.
normal. Yeah. What's the damage die for this?
We'll call it functionally a battle axe, or no, it's big. We'll call it functionally a great axe. So a D12.
Eight total damage.
Okay. Yeah, you swing the axe. The red cap just barely avoids being split by it, and says, "Oh, a big one can swing back."
After the axe sinks into the ground after hitting the red cap, you hear like kind of a low rumbling voice emanate from somewhere near Orin, and it just says, "Freedom, freedom." And Orin, like, his hands come up kind of back into camera, and there are golden shackles on his wrists as he drops the axe and like fights against him. He's like, I don't help. And he begins struggling with the golden shackles, and that's his turn.
Oh,
Just
hey.
For my fellow players, just clear, please do not waste your time on your turn doing anything to help Orin. This is purely from a flavor text standpoint.
I was completely, frantically trying to...
I know.
No, do not do anything. This is just Eric being extra. So yeah, just
You?
let Orin struggle. You have me? Oh, who can have I?
Oh, I've got you now. And the red cap lunges towards you with his big old cleaver. That's not great. That's only a 10 to hit. And so you spring aside.
The chain of the golden shackles deflects the strike.
Another one jumps out of a bush behind you and attacks. For 17.
17. That is going to. How do I know? Where's my AC?
I don't know.
Top left.
Well, I'm using OneNote because I'm. Yeah. My AC is my 10 plus my con plus my charisma. So that is. What'd you roll, Philip?
17.
Okay, 15 is my.
Okay. So you take 6 points of slashing damage as another one jumps out and slashes at you. And then 2 red caps try to jump Finian. Oh, I bet his beard would make a great apron.
That's quite rude of you.
And misses. The second one, I'm going to wear your ears as a necklace. 17.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna hit.
All right. You're going to take 3 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 2 are going to jump at Sohaina. Oh, this one's got a tail. That's a whole bunch. And Sohaina will take 5 slashing damage. And then the 6th one lunges at Roe, who you brought along, and misses. Roe parries it and dodges away.
Good job.
And so there's just the undergrowth here is just seething with these little angry, murderously threatening bearded creatures. And it is I should roll initiative for Roe, shouldn't I?
You should.
Since you brung her. It's Roe's turn.
Let's go, Ro.
Okay. Roe says, all right, I accept this is going to be interesting. And she dodges back and will draws her rapier and lunges at the little fellow. That's a very high roll of 23. And so D8. That's not a D8. This is a D8. But she's going to roll a 1 on the damage roll, and so just barely hurt one. And then it is Finian's turn.
No. Sohaina before
Nope,
me, right?
Sohaina's
Sohaina.
turn. Yep, you're correct.
Okay, so when this all starts happening, because what she knew about the red caps is that they were mischievous little gremlins, and the fact that they are so much smaller than her, she is not aware of how murderous they are, so she's just amused. She's amused by this, but despite that, she does step a bit back. Sort of. She doesn't want to be. She's stepping a little back. Then, when she gets slashed, that kind of wakes something up in her. And oh god, this is the first time I'm breaking it out. But she goes, and that's,
Awesome.
and
I love it.
that is her bloodlust coming out. And she goes, and tries to gather herself together. And I would say, just to start off with, she wasn't expecting this to be an issue. She wasn't expecting to get actually hurt. She'll just take her dagger and slash, swipe, attack.
Sure.
So what do I do?
So you roll a d20.
Yep.
And then you should have next to your dagger, you should have some a to hit modifier plus some number.
Yep. So I rolled a 10 plus 5 is my bonus.
That's
So
a total
that
of
would
15,
be 15. Yep.
which will hit.
All right. And so
Nice.
then for damage, I roll a 1d4 plus
Mhm.
3 piercing.
Correct.
The one that will make your day really bad if you step on it. A 1? Okay. So that's 1 plus 3, so 4.
All right. So yes, so you slash at the red cap, and it manages to avoid being skewered, but does take some harm.
Okay.
It says, oh, you think that's a knife, do you?
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I think I have the ability to take my my Hushi, what's it? Thingy.
Nailed it.
1 second. Let me get the paper up here. I
should've
got a
taken that
new
action.
thing. My
Mm.
martial tumbler.
Mm-hmm.
I can take a bonus action on each of my turns to use the disengage action. So after I swipe, I would like to back off. Is
Okay.
that possible? Okay.
It's absolutely, yes.
All right.
So you can dodge away up to your speed and put some space between you and the red cap.
Oh, speed is 30 feet. Okay. So
Okay. So yeah.
done.
Oh, come back here, you oversized rug. And now it's Finian's turn.
It is, and Finian does not share Sahina's desire to toy here because he doesn't like getting stabbed very much. So when he gets hit, ow! What? Oh, I wish it had worked. And he spins with nothing in his hand. And as a bonus action, the first use of Mystic Metal. And so the suit of armor will be summoned instantly onto my person, and I will be using that gauntlet attack as I punch onto the red cap.
Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What does this suit of armor look like? Like, what does Finian's armor look like?
So starting out from the amulet, there's like an electric smoke that just quick as a flash, the smoke comes out as he begins to move, and then the crackling electricity across him as he is in a full suit. And the suit itself is exactly as ugly as it was. It is mismatched. It is just scratched and dented and just the worst, most second hand, third hand suit of armor you've ever seen, fully scuffed. But the right gauntlet that he's swinging with is a dull purple, but it looks brand new. This gauntlet is a brand new piece of armor, which
Awesome.
Sohina would have noticed was not on the mannequin when it disappeared. And we are going to swing with the punch, which will be swung like it's a light weapon. So that'll go for a 19.
That will hit.
And plus my intelligence. I don't have this on that sheet, but we are going to roll it for 9 damage.
Nice. You catch this, the little red cap, and it goes tumbling, head over heels backwards through the grass, and then comes up and says, "Oh, this one fights back."
I cannot stand. I just need to say out loud so I can relax. I cannot stand how cute these guys are. Okay, I'm done. God.
We have very different opinions on these guys. And wait till you get stabbed.
Okay. Then, let's see. Sohina, as you dodge away, an arrow flits just past your head, like brushes the fur of your ear. And then it is Orin's turn.
Okay. Orin did not see the arrow. I'll almost hit Sahaina because he is frantically trying to deal with these shackles. And he, seeing the 2 red caps that are still near him, brings his like wrists up and just tries to, with all of his might, break the chain holding his hands together. And as like the chain does break, you hear that bellowing voice cry freedom again as like blinding radiant energy erupts. And as everyone's like senses come back, you can still see Orin, but he is like transposed upon Orin is the figure of an angelic being in golden armor, and in a large golden helmet with like they're not horns or antlers, but it's like blocky, like, for lack of a way to put it, like Viking-esque horns coming off.
Like Odin in
Yeah.
Marvel Thor.
And the figure that is transposing over Orin, to continue with the franchise, looks like Idris Elba as Balder.
Oh,
in
nice.
Thor.
Heimdall.
Heimdall. Thank you.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. Don't recognize that name.
We were talking about Baldur's Gate before, and so got the wrong god on the mind. And the figure is finishing its cry of freedom as it then reaches down to Orin's back, where he carries his sword, his greatsword that he wields. But this figure grabs it like a long sword, and says, "Licentia, it's good to have you back." And he is going to strike at the red cap in front of him.
Awesome.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yes, 19 very much hits.
And Orin now has 6 temporary hit points.
Cool.
This transformation. Just mark that down real quick. And going to deal double 6s, so 12 plus 3. So 15.
It's gonna explode.
Radiant damage.
This red cap just ceases to be. Like the sword just carves through the red cap, and it falls apart back into the grass.
The figure smirks and on to the next one. And he turns to face the other red cap that hit Orin. But as this happens, as the red cap explodes, because... No, that's... so just as a bonus action, the figure extends a hand towards Sahaina, and golden energy like flows out to her, and you now have 3 temporary hit points, Sahaina.
Ooh,
Cool.
thank you.
It says, "Stand tall, friend. We will win the day."
What is happening?
So now that we're in the second round of our first ever combat in this campaign, I'm just going to go ahead and acknowledge. Yeah, I totally forgot the house rule that we're using, where weapon attacks deal half damage on misses. So we'll proceed according to that rule that you all agreed upon. So yes, the first red cap is just completely gone. The one that was behind Orin looks at him as, "Oh, can't fight your own fights, game," and like throws himself at Orin for a natural 20.
Oh my.
So that is going to be 12 slashing damage to Orin.
Okay.
Am I able to chuck mage armor, or I'm not able to do that when it's not my turn?
Correct.
Yeah.
Not a reaction.
Poop. Okay.
He's wearing an angel. He should be
as Orin's flesh is stabbed, the figure looming over Orin says, "I will never ask you to bow, but I will tell you to burn." Hellish rebuke.
Oh my god.
Dude. Okay.
Okay. That's a dex save.
Yeah.
That's not great. 7.
That fails. So
Feels like a no.
Damage. I wish we were at a table. I just rolled 2 10s, so 20 fire damage.
You just
red cap
rolled
just-
double 6s?
The red cap
And
just
then
bursts into flame and goes, I don't know. And then it just falls apart into ash.
And at this point, you finally, Orin finds his voice, I don't know what is happening, but I think it's great. And
Or terrible. We'll find out.
Wow. Okay. The third red cap lunges at Finian, who's just punched his comrade real hard.
I do
for bunch. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah. The armor's not going to help me with that.
So that is going to be 5 slashing damage to you. And then the one that you hit picks himself up and is like, "Oh, you're gonna get that!" And just comes running full speed at you, and then just jumps and hacks at you with this cleaver for a natural 20.
Oh,
good grief.
You said that like we're going to celebrate it, Philip. That's only cool for you.
So that is 12 slashing damage.
Oh my God. You are trying to kill me.
Well, I mean, they are.
oh.
Oh boy.
Red caps be that way, man. Okay. Then the one that attacked Sohina can't actually catch Sohina because red caps are not fast. So it turns and rushes over at Roe. And will attack her and deal a little bit of damage to Roe. And then so will the other. Oh, you and your little fancy toothpicker. Weave your hair into a blanket. And yeah, so Ro takes some damage as she tries to parry and dodge around these little murderous creatures running around her knees. And then we are to Ro, who is going to try and deal with that. And so Ro is, the second one lunges up at Ro, and she steps aside and puts her rapier just straight through one side of the thing's head and out the other, and it falls dead.
Nice.
And it is now Sohina's turn.
Okay. So Finian actually does have armor on, correct? Okay. And is the angel is Eric's freedom dude? Is he considered armor as well?
He gives Orin a +2 to his armor. Yes.
Okay. All right. So then I would like to, from my vantage point, I would like to, how many little guys do we have left?
There are 3 red caps remaining.
Okay. Are there any directly in front of either Orin or Finian or Ro?
Yes, there are 2 attacking Ro, and there is 1 attacking Finian.
All right. I would
I'm sorry,
like
other way around. 2 attacking Finian, 1 attacking Ro.
Yeah, okay, definitely then. I would like to launch my boomerang at whichever one's easier to hit in front
Sure.
of Finian.
All right. Give me the attack.
All right, here we go. D20. Okay, I've had it with this die. 8. 8 plus 5 bonus is a 13.
That's 13. That's very close to hitting.
Okay, but that's
If you
not
have
hitting, is it?
If you happen to have a luck point.
Oh my goodness. I have several. All right. It's very close to hitting.
It's very close to hitting.
Yeah. So that feels like you're telling me I only need to roll 1 luck point. That is what I am deciding. And that's a D4, right? For 1? All right. Rolling 1. Let's go. Let's do it. That's a 2.
That will do it.
Okay. All right. Let me get rid of that luck point.
Roll the damage.
Alrighty. And damage is 1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning. Okay. Come on. Bigger number. That's a 2 plus 3, so that's 5.
Okay. So so Finian, this one that just ran back towards you is coming up towards you and it's like, I'm gonna feed your fingers to my wings, and then a boomerang just hits him straight in the back of the head, and he just straight over, no ceremony at all, just falls straight face forward into the grass and doesn't move again.
All right.
Okay. Anything else, Lahaina?
I don't believe I have anything else to do, right? It's the only thing left would be a bonus action.
Bonus action, or if you wanted to move. Yep.
I do not. Well, how close am I to, say, whoever's furthest from me?
You're about 30 feet from the action. Everybody's kind of clustered in together.
All right, I'm staying exactly where I am. Thank you.
All right. Then Finian, you're up.
So I've got 1 still on me, and I am bleeding all over the place. So we are going to swing on him again. How close is he?
He's right up on you.
He's right up on me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Come on, big boy. Show me what you got.
From the hand that punched as he staggered back, he reaches to prepare to strike again, and there is a glow from the amulet and a thunk as it separates from the necklace and appears in his hand as his light hammer, and that's going to be the strike. Oh. No, it's not. It's going to be a 9.
Great. You could spend luck points, or
No, I
you
can't.
can just roll damage anyway and deal half damage.
I'm
Because
gonna
you
have
still
to do
deal half
that.
damage. Right.
Because I have 1 luck point out of it. So 3 points of
All right.
damage.
So yeah, he still is put reeling. He looks pretty badly hurt still.
And that's gonna be where we end that.
Okay. Then it is the things. Finian. An arrow just narrowly passes by, skips off of the shoulder plate of your armor, but jolts you pretty hard. And so you take 3 points of piercing damage as an arrow skips off the shoulder of your armor.
Do we know where these arrows are coming from?
Someone who wanted to could make a perception check.
I'm
and attempt
going to know
discover
because it
this.
hit me from a direction.
Sure, you know the direction the arrows are coming from, but the source of the arrows is not yet apparent because no one's taken the time to look. So they're coming from the trees, but all right.
That only happens on your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Oren, it's your turn.
Okay. So we have the one that just hit Finian. Is there another one on Lahaina as well?
There's one more fighting Roe.
Roe. Finian is closer than Roe, I think. Going to attack the one that's on Finian. So the figure and Orin move as one. Orin, it's kind of like his tiptoes are being dragged on the ground as he is lifted ever slightly.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
As this figure stomps over and attacks the red cap. That is an 18 to hit.
Yes, that certainly hits.
That is 10 radiant damage.
This is the one on Roe?
No, the one on Finian.
The one I'm seeing. And you're attacking it how? Are you, are you actually
with
stomping on it?
No, with the sword. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Again, the sword just slices through the red cap, and it falls on the ground in a spray of blood. Its bag of bones spills across the grass.
And the figure places a hand on Finian's shoulder and says, "We've got this. We will win the day." And you have 3 temporary hit points.
I need that. You might be right.
The remaining red cap, still standing opposed to Roe, says, "Oh, I see. All of you against the one. Right, well, that's all right. I'll take you all. I'll eat your toes. I'll feed your liver to me dogs."
These things have an awful lot of pets.
And attacks at Roe quite effectively.
What did he roll?
23.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I have a thing that can add to a character's AC, but not that much, unless Roe is very tanky.
So, no. I mean, Roe's AC is
She's
pretty
very
decent.
tanked.
She's hammered enough to probably be pretty hard to hit.
Thank you.
Well, your allies. Roe's AC is 17.
Okay. It's not quite
Nice.
enough. So.
Okay. Roe is hit pretty hard. And then it is her turn. And she is going to deal half damage on a miss, which is not quite enough to finish off this red cap. Leaving it to Sohina. There's only one red cap left on the field.
Ooh. Words matter.
Thinking if I want to. I don't know if I want to bust this out yet. I'm sorry. Just a second to think about this. All right. Yeah. No, I'm going to do it. I would like to cast my reduce spell
Okay.
on the little red cap.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right, so it's going to make a Constitution save because it's not a willing creature.
Right. Because it.
Wait to hear Philip do this.
Go.
What is your spell DC? Should be at the top of your spell page.
Top of my spell page on my character sheet.
Yes.
Okay, so I see save DC or
Yep.
bonus.
Save DC.
Save DC, excuse me. 13.
13. This creature fails. And what you all see happen is the red cap begins to shrink, and its sort of constant stream of graphic threats just gradually becomes a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit. I'm going to use your toenails as mulch. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Hey, come on, bring it. I don't care. I'm big guy. That was outstanding.
Yep.
Agreed. Thank you.
Finian, it's your turn.
And then Sahina would
Oh, yes,
just,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Sahina would just like to yell, "Stomp on him, Finian!" or something.
All right, your turn, Finian.
And where is this one located? This is the one that's on Roe?
Yeah, it's maybe like 6 or 7 feet away from you, so not far.
Okay. As he moves his hand down the hammer's augmented return, and it goes back into the amulet form as he grabs his crossbow, the light crossbow, one-handed, not a pistol, to shoot at that last one.
Okay.
It's a 22 to hit
Yep.
for 6 piercing damage.
This is like shooting something that you would hunt water buffalo with at a squirrel.
That's the goal. So, pipe down and then turn.
Yeah, there's just this little of red mist as the bolt, and the bolt sticks in the ground.
And this is the first y'all have seen of this. So as he draws and fires, it is a purple flash. And that same sound that you heard when the amulet left, and there is another bolt as he's augmented his light crossbow with reloading. And so there's another bolt already in it.
Dope.
Nice.
And going to physically turn in the direction that I was shot from.
Would you like to make a perception check?
I would love to.
I invite you.
And I will not see anything. It's a 5.
That's a 5. Yeah, that won't see anything. Yeah. But that's not a combat check, which means you do get a luck point.
Hey, okay. Take what I can get.
I'm actually going to let you roll again because you're getting shot at.
Great.
But I'm
If
rolling
I
real
live,
bad on the
I'll roll
shots. So that's working to your advantage. And I rolled really low on the damage die. So you take 2 piercing damage. The arrow
It
flies.
hits me for sure. Oh, no, it doesn't matter.
It missed, dealing half damage, yeah. So yes, so the arrow flies close by. You feel feathers brush your cheek. But I will let you roll a perception check again. We'll treat it as advantage on the
I
first
am
roll.
not rolling any more checks with these digital dice. 7.
7. Alas, that's still
I
doesn't
can't.
do it. Yeah.
You know, I'm just understanding now that all the arrows whizzing by all of our heads were you failing those, those rolls. Don't, shut up, Eric. Shut up. It's my first game.
What did I do?
You put your head in your hand. I saw that.
I'm with you, Mia. I'm with you, Mia. Shut up, Eric. I'm with you.
This is why you listen back, Philip.
The shut up part is
He's
I'm
a
totally
toxic
with you.
presence on the show.
Orin, it's your turn.
Orin is going to try to figure out where the arrows are coming from because that's the last perceivable threat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Such an intense roll on that.
Yeah, it sounded like you punched your desk.
19.
All right, that's not a great stealth check on their part. You see, flitting among the trees, a humanoid figure. It's got mottled brownish skin. It's human height. And has just vibrantly colored. Actually, let me see if I can. Yeah. Has vibrantly colored green, blue, purple, shimmering hair.
Whoa.
And a furred tail. And is carrying a long bow. And seems to be grinning with sharp teeth and dodging from tree to tree, taking pot shots as you guys fight the redcaps.
Okay. I am going to. Was that my action to spot it, or?
I'll let you do as a bonus action.
I'm gonna make an intimidation check.
Okay.
As the figure speaking for Orin right now, bellows. Being of the Fae, we have much more in common than you may initially think, but look at your fallen brethren. You need not die this day. Put down your bow and let us speak of your grievances, or else I'm afraid you will die.
Okay.
Finian's intimidated, if
Make
that
an
helps.
intimidation check there.
Hell yeah.
That is a 16.
16. That's a pretty good roll. The creature. The creature seems to dart into some further, a little further into the woods, but you do hear a voice call back out from the woods. What? You tell someone they can't hunt in their own woods?
Who you hunt us then?
I hunt what comes by.
I'm afraid these are not your woods. You are not from here. This is the material plane. You are from Thelanis.
Look who knows so much.
Aye.
What? What's it to you where I hunt?
You and your compatriots harmed people. People that seek just to do their jobs. You should not hunt those who are sapient and capable of speech and thought. Save your hunting for the beasts of this land.
Just wait for the next chapter. I'll be right back.
Like I said, you are on the material plane. They will not. Any that you kill here, they die in permanence. There is no next chapter.
Make a persuasion check.
I am going to do my luck point because that is a 13, and I would love to just try to get this above a 15. That is a 15.
There's a silence. And then the shimmering hair falls aside as the head peeks out from behind a tree. What's that?
You are not in Thelanis any longer. The people that you hunt here die. They bleed actual wounds. There is no next chapter where they return.
You're having me on.
I promise you I'm not. That is why my vessel and his compatriots are here now. And you hear Owen go, vessel?
Sleep Token starts playing in the background.
You're telling me things here. Did you stop?
Yes. There is only one chapter, one life here, and when it ends forever.
That's a raw deal.
There are many who would agree with you.
Aye. Right. Aye.
How did you arrive here?
Well, just came through the woods yonder.
Could you return from where you came?
I would think so.
We are the initial group sent here to investigate this issue. We will not be the last if the hunting continues. And the next group will be far less inclined to talk.
And a voice comes up from behind. What do you mean talk? You let him go? Turn around, and Dragomir has followed, and there's a couple more Goliaths behind.
We have killed the Redcaps, those who harangued you. The ones with murderous intent. This one did not understand her actions.
But she sets upon us, yes. She sends Redcaps.
She believed herself to still be in Thalanis, where actions and consequences are different. Let her return to her hunting ground, and she will harangue you no longer. Any wounds or loss of life have been dealt with. And the figure gestures at the puddles of Redcap nearby.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check as you prefer.
Ooh, I get a +2 to intimidation in this form. But I don't want to scare them. I'll do it anyway.
Hi.
26 intimidation.
They wet themselves.
Well, even with his natural 19, Dragomir is not going to overcome that. Oh, right. You were not so big before.
I recently gained my freedom, and here I stand. He is still here, and the figure gestures to his lower torso, and Orin
Inside
is like,
him.
Hello.
Right. Well, I'll be off then. No hard feelings.
Indeed.
Yup. And she scampers out and just starts like picking arrows out of the grass. These are just, it's hard to make, and jub birds don't drop feathers well, and it's just, okay, I'll be on my way then.
Walk free, friend.
That I will. And she turns and sprints into the forest very quickly.
Right. Well done. Good form. Now, who are you?
Good fighting, all. I am Svoboda, a former Archon of Syriana.
Spavoba.
Svoboda.
Right.
Svaboda.
And
Thank you.
he holds his side. And my friend there is your friend.
I've never met this man in my life. Orin says, poking his head out from the figure.
This is like the stapler talking from inside the Jello.
Oh my
What's happening
God.
right now?
Yes, I have resided within your friend for some time, as a spirit, as it were. It's a long story, and I imagine these Goliaths want to get back to their logging operations without us standing around expositing for a while. So, but I am your ally, I am your friend, and I am his friend as well. So long as you all do not seek to subjugate or oppress others. If you do, then we will have quarrel.
All right.
And who are you?
All right. I'm Finian.
Nice to meet you, Finian.
Oh, pleasure. Pleased. Oh.
And you?
And Sahina is walking up. She would like to offer her support to Finian, to have him like put her arm out and have him lean on her if he needs. And then she goes, I'm Sahina. Hi.
Nice to meet you both.
So are you going to be around a lot, or?
Yeah, are you here all the time
I can
now?
come out in spurts. It is quite taxing to be out. I can be out for about 10 minutes at a time. And then I have to rest for a bit.
Oh.
How do I summon you? It's your will. Can I keep you from summoning yourself? I guess we'll have to find out, won't we? And at this point, Svoboda waves a hand and disappears, and Orin.
All right,
The-
cheers.
Bye.
Be well
The
done.
sword that was in Svoboda's hand, as the image shrinks back into Orin, the arms overlay themselves perfectly, and the sword is just in Orin's hand. As
All right, so real quick, did you just make an angel and a sword? Because
well, this is the sword that I've had, the one that the Ghost Killer.
that's
Wait a minute,
not
was
gonna
that
happen.
sarcasm?
No, that was just me. Oh no, I wink and click my tongue a lot, so that won't.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Just now realized the problem with the system.
There's none. There is a flawless system. It's working exactly as designed.
And
Speaking
Orin
of exactly as designed. And
we nailed it. Yeah, your armor.
yeah,
Amazing.
right. Cheers, yeah. And as he looks at the right-handed gauntlet, which is in much better shape, he looks over to the left hand, and the same flat, matte purple takes over across his chest, down his legs, and across the left arm, and the suit is remade in that better condition that the right arm was, before slowly starting at the fingertips, dissolving, and the smoke recedes back into the amulet. Oh, I guess it did work then. All right.
wow.
I lucked out on that one.
Roe, enough excitement for you?
Right. Yeah. Should we have arrested her? The
No,
one
because that would have been politicking, and you don't want to be doing any of that. Remember, there's paperwork and bureaucracy and all the things you don't like
Right.
involved with an arrest.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Also, I get the sense that Svoboda is more of a justice by sword or no justice at all kind of guy. I don't know if he arrests people.
Huh.
Might be a problem.
We should ask him. Like, we should invite him out again at some point so we can, ask him. Just ask him.
Sure. When he's rested up, I guess. Who knows?
I don't believe it's the last we've seen of him.
I'm afraid
I
not.
feel like it's the start of something there.
Me
Something that
too.
wasn't there before. And Sahaina, you made that red cap smaller than he normally is. That was very disturbing magic. Please don't do that to me.
Disturbing magic. That. Oh,
I mean, it was cool.
it
It was cool.
okay.
Just scary.
You know, go ahead, Selena, go ahead.
Oh, it would have been cooler if I were wearing my fancy hat. That's all I was
I-
gonna say. Go ahead, Finian.
I should have continued with interrupting you because I was going to say we should go grab a pint so I can sit for a minute and you can bring out the celebration.
Oh, it's time. Okay, good.
Right.
Time for what? Dragomir, I hope that you are satisfied with how things have
He's-
dealt with.
If Colorful Archer does not actually return, then I suppose
Does
this
not seem
is.
like she will. It seemed like she genuinely thought she was still in Thalanis and just participating in a story where you all weren't actually being harmed. So, I think the other guy got that sorted, but...
It also seemed like she was something you weren't aware of and didn't negotiate into us handling, so I feel like we may have helped more than we set out for here, even.
Right.
So, cheers, you're welcome.
As long as work can continue, I suppose I will be satisfied.
I believe so. Oh, and Orin goes over and laboriously picks the axe up and carries it back over. Thank you. It worked splendidly.
Very good. Yes.
A little bit of red cap blood on there, but
Yes.
And Sohina prestidigitates the blood off of it.
No more blood on that.
Perfect. Yes, very good. Right. Thank you.
Happy logging.
Thank you, Orin.
You're most welcome.
Thank you,
Dragon.
Finian.
You're welcome,
see
mate.
what's
Thank you, Sohaina.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ro.
You're most welcome.
All right, back to work.
Middle of the night, straight back to logging Goliaths.
They haven't been logging all day. Got to do it
That's-
sometime.
Well, that's fair.
So we cut to the group back at the bar once more. Fancy hat on Sohaina and on Ro. And on that pleasant image, we will fade out and leave this episode for there. Man, Ellie Wise is going to be so bummed that she missed the
Yeah.
new weirdness of Orin.
It's going to be great that we get to surprise her again.
know.
All of us got the surprise. We get 2 episodes of surprise at some point.
But until then, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Blades and Banners. If you'd like to get in touch with us or any of these lovely people, you can find their links in the description down below, as well as links to the Discord and our merch store. And new episodes of Blades and Banners will drop on Mondays, and our Q&A show, The Ship's Log, comes out on Fridays, on the odd Fridays, over on our YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for rolling with us.